Hello, welcome to my channel, African Tales by Hadu. Today I have a story about a young girl called Emeka and the Night's Warning. Emeka had always been curious. The 12-year-old girl loved to explore her village, nestled deep in the heart of an African forest. She climbed the ancient baobab trees, danced barefoot in the soft red earth, and listened intently to the stories the elders told by the fire. But of all the warnings her grandmother, Mama Kalinda, gave her, one always stood out. Never walk alone at night in Mecca. The night has eyes, and not all of them are kind. But Emeka, full of youthful defiance, never truly understood the meaning behind those words. One evening, as the village prepared for a harvest festival, Emeka realized she had forgotten her woven basket near the river. The sun had dipped below the horizon, the sky bruised with streaks of deep purple and black. She hesitated, remembering her grandmother's warning. But she had been to the river 100 times before. What harm could come? With quiet steps, she made her way down the narrow path. The once familiar trees now loomed like silent watchers, their gnarled limbs twisted in unnatural angles. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and something else, something sour, something wrong. The usual symphony of the forest had fallen eerily silent. No birds, no insects, only the distant click, click, click of something moving just beyond the trees. As she reached for her basket, a chill wrapped around her spine. Then a whisper slithered through the darkness, crawling around her like a snake. Emeka, why do you walk in the dark? She spun around, her breath caught in her throat. The path behind her stretched impossibly long, its end swallowed in blackness. The trees, were they closer than before? Their bark split open like mouths frozen in silent screams. A shadow moved among them, tall and thin, its limbs too long, its head tilted at an unnatural angle. Emeka clutched her basket, willing herself to run, but the whispering grew louder, layered voices overlapping like dry leaves rustling in the wind. Her grandmother's warning echoed in her mind. The night has eyes? Then she saw them, not one pair, but dozens. Eyes like burning coals blinked open in the darkness, staring, watching, unblinking. Some were nestled between tree roots, others peered from behind twisted branches, and a few hovered in the air, shifting, multiplying. Emeka's knees buckled as cold fingers, not wind, fingers, brushed the back of her neck. Suddenly a glow flickered ahead, a small golden firefly, impossibly bright. It hovered, waiting. With no other choice, Emeka ran. The whispers turned to hisses, shadows lunged. A long, spindly hand reached for her ankle, its fingers tipped with blackened claws. She barely leapt out of reach. The firefly danced ahead, leading her, guiding her. The moment she reached the edge of the village, the whispers stopped. The eyes vanished. The trees stood still once more. Mama Kalinda was waiting. Her face was grave, her wrinkled hand steady as she pulled Emeka close. "You have seen them, haven't you?" she murmured. Emeka nodded, too shaken to speak. Mama Kalinda sighed, a grip tightening. A voice was barely above a whisper. "They saw you too." From that night on, Emeka never walked alone in the dark again. But sometimes, when she stood by the fire, she swore she could still hear the whispers in the wind, calling her name, waiting, watching. And that is the end of my story. Wait for the next episode. Enjoyed my story? Please subscribe and leave a comment. I'm only at 232 subscribers. Please show me some love by subscribing.